sit down. All right, Mrs. Micchio wants to speak, and she is our senior member.
Oh yeah, the oldest.
When I was in the high school, she was on the board. My goodness.
Okay, somebody made the statement that we passed something last 2 weeks ago with no people present. That is not true. There were people. There were a group. They were speaking in favor of K-2A. Yes, there were. Don't shake your head. I myself raised 6 children in Lakewood. They all went through the Lakewood schools. If something like that came up at any other time, I would have stood up and screamed my head off. I already told them that. That's what I would have done. No way would that happen. However, parents here were at this meeting, and that's all they talked about. They're in support of K-2A. Who am I to judge that? Yes, you think I'm crazy? Well, okay, that's fine. However, there were a couple of mothers over there, and I wanted to hear from a mother from a first grade and kindergarten, anything. 2 mothers stood up and she says, I'm for it, I'm for it. In Spanish, I guess. I don't speak Spanish, unfortunately.
Okay, we're going to say it in Spanish for you.
What I am saying is that there were people here who were supporting. Nothing like this. In all my years on the board, I would love to see this because this is input. We get fed up by the audience. They tell us what you want.
Irene, can you give the Spanish for a moment? Mrs. Morales. No.
Last time they were...
No, Irene, listen. They need to hear Spanish. Mrs. Morales. One minute. Mrs. Morales, Spanish.
La miembro de la Junta, Irene, dijo que hace 2 semanas que tuvimos una reunión con muchos padres asistiendo, diciendo casi todos a favor del cambio para kinder hasta 8º grado. En este tiempo ella no estaba segura si lo quería sí o no. Es una pregunta para 2 mamás, uno que tenía una niña o un niño en kinder, uno que tenía un niño en primer grado, y las 2 mamás levantaron la mano y dijeron que sí están a favor, del cambio. Y ella dijo que tenía 6 hijos, que ella los crió todos en Lakewood, todos se graduaron aquí de las escuelas públicas, y cuando ella era mamá de niños en el distrito, ella venía a las reuniones para hablar, gritando, y ella dijo que hizo la decisión a favor, como toda la gente que vinieron, que estaban a favor. Ella está bien entusiasmada, que hay muchos padres aquí, mucha gente aquí que han venido a asistir y apoyar a la Junta, y ellos quieren hacer la decisión mejor de lo que ustedes quieren para los niños.
Okay, we're now going to continue. Mr. Thomas and others going to appreciate. Let us hear the public. So now let us now hear Mrs. M.E.K. Jackson. I'm reading what's here. Mrs. M.E.K. Jackson, if I'm Mayor Bernie Jackson. Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. Take your time. We never signed it like that before. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Can you just give 1 second? There seems to be a discussion.
Oh, sí, ella es solo de... No es profesora. Antes
I don't been here.
Through the chair, can I just say something to someone, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. You know, I was here at the last meeting, and I heard the people that were for this K-2A redistricting. And I asked these parents, you know, would the redistricting have any effect on you? All right. The majority of those parents that spoke did not have kids in those grade levels that it would. Yet, well, the ones that were here, that I asked, that's what they said. They didn't have kids in that grade level. I'm not saying everybody, the ones that I asked. Okay, they said no. They don't have kids in that grade level. They have kids in the high school. Okay, that wouldn't affect them. Okay, we had 2 parents here who said yes, they have kids in those grade levels it'd be great to have the kids go to the same school. It'd be easier for them to get the kids on the bus instead of waiting for 3 or 4 different buses at the times they have to get on the bus, which makes sense. My question is to Ms. Silva that she had mentioned that there were other things done to prevent, not to prevent it, other things done to see how this would work or how it wouldn't work. I want to ask her what other measures were taken besides the redistricting. What other plans did she have in place, okay, besides this plan? We want to hear other plans. If she had more than one plan, I want to hear other plans. If they were probably better plans, you know, I would like to hear that. But we were only given this plan. Not plan B, not plan C, not plan D. This is the plan that we were given. Okay. Ms. Silva, were there any other plans in place in order to improve the test scores, to improve the district in general?
There are many things that have occurred since my tenure here. With regard to the K-8, I had a number of people studying it, and this was what we came up with in terms of a really good change for our children. I also conferred with the principal of the present middle school, and he was very much in favor of it. And I had the experience of K-8 schools. I've been successful, so therefore, based on my experience and the research, I decided that this was a very good thing for children.
So there were, you know, discussions obviously that went on before you made the
staff.
With staff? With all principals, or just one certain principal of the middle school?
No, I've been talking about this since last year. I've had discussions. I did not lengthy ones with even the teachers union where we met. I told them about the idea.
Really?
Yeah, last year.
All right, we now have Mrs. Carroll. We're going to hear the public.
Mr. Ezra, do you want me to translate that? The question that Mr. Chief?
Yes, please, of course.
Okay. El miembro de la Junta, Mr. Chief, quería decir que él estaba aquí en la otra reunión hace 2 semanas y dijo que la mayoría de la gente que hablaron a favor no tenían niños pequeños, solamente tenían niños en el high school, y los 2 padres que hablaron a favor entonces dijeron porque era más fácil para ellos para el transporte en el bus, y él entiende eso. Él preguntó al superintendente, como ella dijo que tenía otras sugerencias para que los niños puedan progresar académicamente. ¿Cuáles son las otras sugerencias que ella puede decir? El superintendente respondió que había ya hablado con maestros, con principales específicamente del middle school, que estaban a favor, y él cree que esto es el plan mejor para que los niños puedan progresar académicamente.
Can I ask a question, one more question? I think it's fair to say that we might have jumped to conclusions last meeting. Would it be possible to put this decision up for a public vote? So that everybody, I don't know what the legal opinion is here.
Let me just say this. Let me just, while everyone says yeah, let's say it in Spanish. It's not fair for people who can't vote. That's why. How do you say that in Spanish? Spanish, Espanol. Right, so why are you yeah? If it's a vote, you can't vote. Listen to sister. No good. You can't vote. No good.
How do we get a fair vote? We got people that are screaming yes or okay. How about a survey? That's good. How about a survey? If we responded to a survey instead of a real vote, but a survey, are we still by everybody?
All right, we're going to listen to Mrs. Kearney now. Thank you, sir. Oh, Mrs. Kearney, there are some people who are being rude who are not listening to you.
Exactly.
Mr. Silver, Mrs. Kearney is speaking. Give her the respect she deserves. Thank you, Miss. What should I do? Shut up. Sir.
Shut up.
Well, I can't use that word here, please.
our time to speak.
At least they're having, Mary, at least they're having ladies'